Welcome to AlonzoBash podcast, where art and culture meets activism. From 14 years old DJing at Sweet 16 teen birthday parties to working with Drake and Vybz Kartel, Ricky Platinum's journey is extraordinary. His late dad spoke his career into existence before he touched a turntable. He transitioned from local parties to playing on Stone Love's sound system in Jamaica, where he believed his big break came, and people started to notice his talents. Ricky has worked and performed on some of the world's biggest stages, from Hookie in Washington, D.C., Best of the Best, Miami, Jamrock Cruise, Uber Soca to Freedom Street in Kingston, Jamaica. Ricky also shares how he ended up on WKYS 93.9 FM. This is a story of how a kid from Brooklyn moved to DMV, became one of the most sought-after DJs, bridging cultures through sound and navigating dancehall's evolving landscape. Ricky Platinum holds nothing back about his incredible journey. AlonzoBash podcast starts now.
Greetings and welcome to AlonzoBash podcast. I'm your host, AlonzoBash. Of course, today, man, we got a celebrity inside the building. Bridget I've known for quite some time. So proud to have him on. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the intro. Without further ado, Ricky Platinum. Welcome, brother.
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, of course, man, of course. So first and foremost, congratulations on all the success over the years, a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Went into it, man. So
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Definitely want to take time out to give your flowers, excuse me, while you're alive and well. All right. So let's start from the beginning, man. Early years. So you're born in Brooklyn, am I correct?
Yeah.
All right. You're born in Brooklyn. And what about your parents? I understand your parents was from Clarendon, Jamaica originally?
Yes. Yeah, my mother and father, they're from Clarendon, Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What was it like growing up in Brooklyn, them early years?
Well, to be honest, my early years, I was in New York, and then probably around 4 years old, I moved to the DMV area. So,
okay.
But I used to visit Brooklyn almost every weekend.
Yeah. I understand you're a twin. You have a twin sister?
Yeah, I have a twin sister.
Wow.
It's a statement.
Yeah, man. How was it growing up with a twin sister, man? Usually when you hear about twins, it's usually like same sex,
Yeah.
This, your mom and dad luckily had a boy and a girl in one shot.
In one shot. When you hear twins, you find ways automatically to think of ways to take advantage of you being a twin.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we couldn't find a way to take advantage. We couldn't, exchange identities, and she go take a test for me, nothing like that. But we grew up pretty close,
Yeah.
She was more like the protector. She always was protecting me, even though I was protecting her. But my sister, Nicola Palmer, my twin, my ride or die, man. Growing up with her, in a sense, it was just always teamwork. It was always, we gonna partner up. Even when she made the bad decisions, I just decided to say, we're gonna go with it. If we're supposed to get a whipping, we're gonna get a whipping together. And that's how it was.
Yeah.
Big up my sister, man. It was good. Growing up together was just fun. Loving it. Yeah.
Nice. That's the only other sibling you have beside your
No, I
sister?
have a baby sister. Her name is Nikisha.
Okay. All right. So you moved to the DMV at young age at 4. At that time, what was your schooling like in them early years? Elementary school, middle school. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah.
Growing up in the DMV in school, particularly, it was just a vibes in a sense where the Jamaicans in the school, we always clicked up together. So it wasn't a situation where we was isolated and lonely. We was considered the rare cool kids, So growing up from elementary school, going to middle school, going to high school, the Jamaicans always clicked up. And of course, I'm American. So I call myself a Jamaican. So it was just, it was like kind of like double jeopardy. Like I had that side of me where I'm straight Jamaican, and I have that side of me where I'm over there listening to hip hop and go-go and all that thing. So it's just, that played a big part in my versatility. Growing up in the DMV, it was just fun, man. I grew up in a time where back in the days, double parking was a thing. People used to double park, and we used to leave the house to go outside and play football. That was something exciting. We used to ride our bicycle and make sure we go buy something from our juice from the ice cream truck, and when the bottle was empty, we put it between the tires. And growing up in the DMV was just a vibes, man. It was just fun. I'm just thinking about it. It was just beer memories and beer good times.
Yeah, man. Nice, nice. Also understand that you actually grew up in the church as well.
Yeah.
Is that but like your mom? Who was the more spiritual influencer, your mom or your dad?
Collectively, we went to church as a family. Unfortunately, my dad died when I was 6, but
Oh,
thank you so much. My mother did not make it a habit of us not going to church. We always was in church. Me and my sister were always in church, from the choir. My sister used to do praise dancing. I used to step
wow.
in the church. So we was always in church, and it was a huge part of me growing
Yeah.
up.
You mentioned steps, so I'm gonna leap quickly. I understand you also were a dancer,
Oh yeah.
so to speak.
It's so funny. It's so funny because um like I said, my twin sister, my big inspiration when it comes to my biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
So we was just like a team. We had a dance crew called Out and
Okay.
Bats Squad, Rest in peace to Isha. She was a part of it. Shamar, Travis, Chanel, and we all went to high school together.
Okay. Was
Um,
it?
that was during the times where the dancing was the in thing to do. There was a time where when you go to the party, people look forward only to dance.
Yeah.
Things and times change, but back then when it was the timing for everybody to dance, I had my foot on the dance floor.
Yeah, that's nice, man. Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
You mentioned your dad passed on. I saw a clip with your dad had videotaped you as a young kid. I'm not sure how old you were in that clip. Looked like he was pretty young, maybe three,
Yeah.
4. And that clip, and I'll give you opportunity to elaborate on it some more. It pretty much cemented who you are today, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would always say that he just spoke life into me at a young age. Growing up, I kind of like, I gotta mention this part. When it's time for us to clean, after we finish cleaning, me, my mother, my sister, and my dad, after we clean, we would just have our own mini party. My dad would be the DJ,
Yeah.
and my mother was the backup dancer. So what I would do is mimic my father, and my
Okay.
sister mimics my mother. During those times, everything we did, we recorded it. Like, for some strange reason, we just recorded all of our moments together. And I remember it was a time where I went to my mother's house. This is like early in my career. I was like, I want to see some of these videos. And I looked back on the videos, and I got a chance to really dissect some of the videos. And I was using my iPhone to just kind of catch some of the parts that were stuck out to me.
Yeah.
And that video where my father said, Ricky, big time DJ do tour Jamaica, Europe, England, Canada. And I just recorded it, and I was like, wow, that was the direction I was going. So that was very monumental to me. Big up to my father for speaking that over me.
Yeah, man. Speak pretty much. He pretty much spoke life into you, man. Real
Yeah.
talk. That's right. Nice. All right. So we in high school. You pretty much at that time, like you said, you were doing the dancing thing. So what you did after high school?
I went to community college for about probably like 2 years, like not well, a year and a half.
Yeah.
I found myself being distracted because in community college they wanted DJs.
Mhm.
Like, hey, I could DJ, instead of y'all paying this DJ I can't afford, let me just be the DJ. And I was the go-to guy
Yeah.
for the parties and stuff like that. And I start, venturing out, straying away from the college and just focusing on just trying to like be that DJ that everybody can call on.
Right. When was the first time you actually got into the DJ space? Like the first time you really played on a set.
Big up to Blacker Platinum. Blacker Platinum is a family friend. He had a sound system. He was actually the next door neighbor. He
Okay.
had a system in the
Mm.
basement, and I know that every afternoon up to today, I'm talking about today.
Yeah.
Every afternoon, Blacker will go in his basement and play his music. There was a time where they was throwing apartment parties, not even house parties, apartment parties. I was just so anxious to play the music. I'm like, I'll come play. So I'm playing music in front of be grown people at like probably like 14 years old. The
Right.
thing about that time is that I was playing music and I wasn't facing the crowd. I was just facing the wall. That's
Okay.
how the set was, how the set was. And I
Yeah.
remember I had one CD with 15 tracks. And I
Mm.
played the same songs
Yeah.
the whole night, but everybody was enjoying themselves.
Right.
which led to everybody like, yo, I want him to DJ at my party. And I will go to school and people was throwing their Sweet 16s. And I'm like, the most important thing to me back then was let's make sure everything is right. I used to go to Sweet 16s and the speaker will blow or the sound system didn't sound right. And I was like, oh, my uncle Black or Platinum got a sound system, so I would recommend him. I
Yeah.
used to get him gigs, and he was just collecting a lot of records. But don't want to throw my uncle under the bus. He was not keeping with the records. A kid would come up at a Sweet 16 and say, hey,
He wasn't keeping up with the latest trends.
he wasn't keeping up. He was buying them, but he wasn't really studying it. So,
Yeah.
you know, I would take the time and go through his records and find stuff, and some of the stuff that he'll label,
Yeah.
I'll put it my way so that I could find it specifically. I remember there was a time the kid was asking for a specific song. He's like, I don't got it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, you do. And then I played it, and then them asked for a next song. And I said, I don't know which part that there. I'm gonna say, all right, then I'm gonna find it. And him say, you know what? You just go play the music.
Yeah.
And from there, it was just like another parent would be like, oh, I want this DJ from a Sweet 16, or my daughter's keeping a party, or this baby shower is coming up. I want this DJ, and that's how it all like really started.
Yeah, that's solid. Okay. So your official government name is Ricky Palmer.
Palmer, yes.
So the Ricky Platinum came from that introduction to your uncle and the song system.
Yeah, his sound system is Platinum Sound. What I was realizing when I was taking bookings, when I used to put Platinum Sound on the flyers, it was other Platinum Sounds in the world, and people was, kind of referring to them. And then you have Platinum Kids that was very big in the game, that's still very big in the game. So I was like, well, I got to be more specific now. I want the people them to know who they're, instead of just saying Ricky from Platinum Sound. I just said Ricky Platinum. We had two other DJs on the sound too, Hyper Rich.
Yeah.
And we had Dutch Platinum. Still I just had my anniversary the other day. Still close friends of mine. We grew up in the business together. Those my day ones.
Nice. All right. So you started making a name for yourself Platinum songs. Did you play in any other song system besides Platinum?
Nah, just Platinum Sound.
Platinum Street. All right. So when was the turning point when you decide when people started noticing like, yo, Ricky, you make it?
My auntie had a dance. My auntie had an event in Jamaica, the year event.
Yeah.
In Clarendon. And when I say in Clarendon, Stone Love Sound System, they're just known everywhere. But especially in Clarendon, big deal. Big deal. Oh, mind you, I used to go to Jamaica every year. So every year my profession changed. One year I was the guy with the gigapets. Then the next year I was the guy with the yo-yo.
Yeah.
Next year I was the guy with the little race cars, and the guy that had the soccer ball, and the guy that had the basketball. And then growing up, now the news came out, this guy is a DJ now.
Yeah.
So my auntie put me on a flyer. The word got around in the community. Ricky is gonna play alongside Stone Love. So everybody looks at Stone Love as the Jay-Z in the game. So so for me now, I was kind of like representing for the hometown. So they're like, okay, Ricky Platinum is gonna represent us. So it was somewhat kind of like a night to like focus on what's gonna happen. The sound man, the box boys was like early in the day, they come string up the sound early in the day, they was playing music for the treats for the kids, and they said, well, here so one foreign youth to come play up on the sound. Remember, I can't play up on the sound because him not talk to the boss.
Right.
So I'm scratching my head. I'm like, wow, what am I gonna do? So them the time that I had like the big old suitcase, big old case with CDs, and I'm walking in the dance, and everybody's laughing like, where this guy think he's going? He can't play on the sound because Stone Love them. The way how they do their thing is kind of different.
Right.
So that specific event, they had the guy that's videoing you, whatever he's videoing is showing on the big projector. So even the guy that was videoing knew what was going on. Like, yo, this guy think that he's about to play. So they shine the light on me, walking through the crowd, and people in the corner giggling and stuff. And then G-Fuss, it was from Stone Love, was like, Blood Knot, I owe that Ricky Platinum. Me and them man, they lock down DC. When we there America, me and them man, they play alongside each other. Yo, me I play 3 more songs and then Ricky Platinum.
Yeah.
So now the place getting anxious, and then back in those times, it so happens now in Clarendon, I was DJ here, gun salute. So my auntie ran up there, was like, "Oh my gosh, Stone Love, stop it, stop it!" And then I said, "It's not us, is your nephew? Is your nephew that's playing?" I don't know what it was, but it was like I felt like it was an initiation or a big sign of respect when Stone Love gave me their dub plates to play. I was playing the song by myself. And
Wow.
at the time, the rhythm that was hot was anger management rhythm, and they gave me the whole CD. They said, "Go down the list," and I was playing a song like I was Stone Love. It was at that moment when I was juggling. It's not like nowadays.
Right.
That specific event, the party start 8 o'clock, 8 to 9 Stone Love, 9 to 10 Ricky, 10 to 11 Stone Love, 11 to 12 Ricky.
Yeah.
12 to 1, and you have to keep in mind 7 to 8 Stone Love, 8 to 9 Ricky, 9 to 10 the next set of selectors from Stone Love.
Right.
Remember, they would come with 2 sets of DJs.
I mean, the whole
Then
team.
Ricky, then the first set of. So it was like I was just going toe to toe with them, whole in the morning with them, like whole. I'm talking about the parties to go till daylight.
So you was you were people juggling the whole what, like almost 5-6 hours.
Yeah, we was juggling and I felt like it was luck. I was like, well, that was a good one. And then I did it again the next year. And then shout out to my cousin TT, he had to dance with another giant, Besa Dissy. We had Besa Dissy. And it was a situation where it was the same, yo, we play for an hour, you play for an hour, we play for an hour, to the point where they was like, yo, you know what? This guy is good.
Yeah.
And I put it up on YouTube. I don't know if you can punch it in or whatever. I put it up on YouTube where Stone Love was juggling alongside me. I was playing the music. It was MC, and then we get a crazy response from a song, and they stopped the music and they said, "Yeah, Stone Love, Ricky Platinum," and then they were just paying homage, just like, we seen you play the last 2 years and we wasn't ready to give you your flowers, but now you came and you did it again. And I feel like there's a lot of DJs that come from America. When they come, they get stage fright, and they said, respectfully, like, you're just one of the greatest from America. So at that moment, I'm up there feeling myself. I'm like, wow, I did it. So that was like a turning point in my career where I felt like, damn, if Giants, not only the Giants, but the Giants in Jamaica, while playing at the dance in Jamaica, where the whole dancehall and sound culture started. If I'm getting the respect there, who else could talk to me?
Facts. I mean, you're getting them bigger than Stone Love, man. Trust me. You mentioned paying homage. I also saw a clip with the legendary Sky Juice.
Yeah,
man. So you guys, you pretty much paid homage to him, and he turned around and paid homage to you, man.
Yeah.
What was it like for you?
Sky Juice is a if you know Sky Juice, he's the character. My father, my family used to sit down, and sometimes we would watch the dances, and to watch Sky Juice perform and his antics and his song choices, and he's very much a daredevil when it comes to music. He'll play anything and just get a good crowd reaction. We was at Rum Punch in Atlanta. Sky Juice was there, and he said he want to talk on 2 songs. I said, no problem. That's the legend. But the way how I was DJing, I DJed the way how I remember hearing him play the first time. So the songs that I selected wasn't the songs that I would select for myself. It was the songs that I know that he will be comfortable with. And the Dennis Brown, and when we was ready to turn up the place, the greetings, and it was just like me trying to show my teacher that I paid attention in class. To the point that he had to just stop and say, "Oh, listen, this boy, man, he's bad." You know what I'm saying? And after he gave me my glory and my flowers, I had to come out there and still acknowledge the fact that he is an inspiration. Because a lot of people, what they do, they'll take the flowers, but don't, give back flowers. You know what I'm saying? Sky Juice is definitely one of those real selector that I looked up to. So I just wanted him to know, even though me, I run the place now, and I'm bad, and everybody love me, and Ricky. I want you to know that the respect that I have for him is high and tall in front of everybody, not
Mhm.
in DMs and inbox and text message. I want
Yeah.
him to know, straight up.
Facts, man. Well done. Well done. You mentioned a lot has changed in the dancehall space from when you started in the early years to now. I mean, you definitely have been carded on some big major events. We're gonna get into that. So you pretty much started, I don't want to say from the bottom up, but you've been around.
Yeah.
So what's some of the changes you have seen over the years in the dancehall space? Both, some stuff you believe that should have stayed the same or progression in the right direction.
I think the one of the biggest changes is the fun in it.
Yeah.
Dancehall is a space to come and have fun, but dancehall is also a business. So
Yeah.
a lot of people have a tendency to prefer the business over the fun in it. I think that the tables and the sections and the bottle popping really kind of like help kill the fun in it, because there was a time where a man can come to a party and have a big table, talking
Yeah.
about the big round table, and when you look on that table, it's 3 bottles of
Yeah.
Heineken, 6 bottles of Guinness, some water, and everything was good. And now it's like a situation where I know some people that don't even want to come to a party unless they can buy a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the biggest changes. Another change is the dancing. Dancing is like back in the days. Back then, we used to dance. We used to
Right.
dance,
Right.
dance. I I'd be booked out so much that sometimes I can't even go to a party as a patron.
Right.
Recently, I have been like, finding time to just, relax and be in the crowd. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, the DJ not even playing, make the people dance.
Yeah,
And
dancing.
I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'll be
Mm.
like, damn, that's me sometimes.
Right.
So I just slap myself on it. I'm like, Ricky, you need to stop that. That's right there is like a reality check that I can't be throwing the stones and don't act like I don't be a part of the problem too.
Right. Right.
A lot of times DJs want to play safe and say, I want to play the Batman song them so they can get the crowd reaction. It also takes away from the full enjoyment of the party, the fun in the party. That's a big change. The phones in the party is a big change. I was even talking to Cartel. I'm like, how you feel like
Yeah.
before you went in, when you used to come to your shows, it was just pandemonium, and now it's just beer phone lights and
Right.
people on their Instagram or whatever. There's a lot of changes, but there's a lot of events that's catering to the crowd that wants to have fun. So I mean, it's not something that's dead.
Yeah.
It's something that still have a pulse, and we just need to just elaborate on it and
Yeah.
keep it pumping. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You mentioned phones. You one of them entertainers is very active on social media in a way that you master, in my opinion, you master the art of marketing yourself
Yeah.
on social media. How that came about for you? Like, when did you realize, like, you know what? Because you mentioned I'm thinking also you mentioned your dad in them early years videotaping.
Mhm.
Think that has something to do with it too?
It does have something to do with it, because if I didn't have those videos, I couldn't pull up reference as to why I love it so much. You know what I'm saying? You can go around the world and you could say that you bought 300,000 Lamborghinis, but where's your proof? If you don't have a proof of what you're stating, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Social media is at everybody's fingertip.
Yeah.
I use it to the best of my abilities. I know for a fact that a lot of people, as soon as they wake up, they go on Instagram. I figured if I could put out my content and what I do, promoters could see the reactions and see the views and see the comments and be
Right.
like, okay, I want that at my party. And that's a key way of me getting bookings. My marketing also started when I wasn't getting booked for events, and I'm trying to tell promoters you should book me. And
Right.
it's a sense like promoters are gonna go to who they're used to. And
Yeah.
that's fine. And a lot of people be like, oh, they're booking a friend. They booking who they're used to, who they're comfortable with. Nobody don't want to take a chance with their money. So
Right.
what I would do as a marketing stance was, if I know Shandy is having a party, a black and white party, I
Right.
don't ask no question. I look at the flyer, I turn on my DJ controller, I make a promo mix, even though I'm not booked. I make
Okay.
a mix, I promote the party, I play as if I'm at the party,
Right.
and
Right.
everybody is listening to my CDs in their car. So when people leave events when their promoters is handing out their flyers.
Right.
I'm right beside them handing out promo CDs for their events.
Yeah.
To the point that they're like, okay, you know what? Come play early. I encourage every upcoming DJ, every DJ to just get content, because what they see is what they want, and what they see is what they're gonna want to pay for. And if they don't see it, it it don't make no sense.
No sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Wow. All right. A couple of years ago, I think maybe about 3 years, if I stand to be corrected, you signed a contract with WKYS.
Yeah.
How the whole deal came about?
Long time coming, man. I swear. From email, asking other DJs, what's the what's the way to the way to get there, how to do it, and I was submitting a lot of mixtapes and demos to radio stations, and not getting a response, not getting an answer. Some would just simply tell me no. And I said to myself, like, one day I'm gonna do it. Like, one day I could probably pull it up. I tweeted it. I posted it on Facebook. I said, listen, I'm going to get on the radio station, and that all stems from my father manifesting everything. Like, I take that with me. Everything that I want to do, I say it out loud. I put it in the atmosphere. Mike Swift was the program director at the time, and Joe Ice, he was on the radio station, and he's like, yo, you gotta come to this club, and you gotta listen to this DJ. And Mike Swift came to the club, and it was a Tipsy Wednesday, and he was there, and he enjoyed himself, and he realized how much the people respected me. And that's what the radio need. The radio needs people that's in the community.
I agree.
That can connect to the people, not people that you have to sit and look up with a magnifying glass. You got to be able to rub shoulders with the people that you're trying to reach out to. And I know Mike Swift understood that concept of the radio station and the connection to the people, and that's how I got on the radio. I could have got on the radio just to put it out there, but if I had tried to get if I got on the radio years ago, it would have been for me just playing hip hop. And I told myself I'm not going on the radio to just play hip hop and R&B. And I'm glad that the international market, and we're making a stamp. The soca music is out there and it's pumping. The dancehall music is coming up. The Afro beats is a huge presence in the DMV, and that's how I became a member of 93.9.
Shipping nightmares? Not anymore. Let me spill the tea on stress-free international shipping. Jay's Hassle-Free International is the game changer you've been waiting for. Air, ocean, Caribbean, Dominican Republic. They've got it all covered. And those special rates? Absolutely amazing. Full container or just a corner, their prices will make your wallet do a happy dance. No more headaches over complicated shipping. Just call the shipper lady at 443-927-5816 and watch your worries vanish. Trust me, once you try Jay's Hassle-Free International, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. Wave goodbye to shipping stress and hello to smooth sailing. Serving Pennsylvania, Delaware, and the DMV. Remember that number, 443-927-5816. Your stress-free shipping journey starts now.
Imagine floating on the Chesapeake Bay, waves gently lapping, stress melting away. Now picture this, a spa but make it nautical. Welcome to Be Well Boats by Floating Needs. We're not just boats, we're floating sanctuaries of bliss. Drift away your worries with a massage while cruising the coastline. Choose from dockside, open water, or beachfront wellness experiences. Aromatherapy, hot stone massages, henna, scalp treatments. We're redefining relaxation. Why settle for ordinary when you can float to extraordinary? Perfect for birthdays, anniversaries, bridal parties, even waterfront weddings. Located at Canton Waterfront, Baltimore. Ready for your aquatic escape? Call 844-727-BOAT or visit floatingneeds.com. Your relaxation awaits.
Tired of coming home to a mess? Sick of your office looking like a disaster zone? Say hello to M&S Pro Clean LLC. We're not just cleaners, we're mess-busting superheroes. From stubborn stains to dusty corners, we tackle it all. Our team swoops in with eco-friendly products and state-of-the-art equipment, leaving your space spotless. Whether it's your cozy apartment or bustling office, we've got you covered. No job too big, no grime too tough. Imagine walking into a sparkling clean space without lifting a finger. That's the M&S Pro Clean Magic. Don't waste another minute scrubbing. Call us now, 443-509-9418, and experience the Pro Clean difference. Your future self will thank you. M&S Pro Clean, where cleanliness meets excellence.
Hey, DMV, is your car giving you trouble? Look no further than MB Auto Repair LLC. They are not just fixing cars, they are reviving dreams on wheels. From mysterious engine noises to stubborn transmissions, their expert, certified, and experienced mechanics tackle it all. From oil changes and maintenance, brake service, tire service, etc., affordable pricing with transparent quotes. That's the MB Auto difference. They are fast, reliable, and honest. Don't let car troubles stall your life. Swing by MB Auto Repair LLC. Your vehicle deserves the best, and so do you. MB Auto Repair LLC, your car's new best friend in the DMV. Call today 410-444-0500.
Yes, I. Well, I mean, well said, man, because, it's, to me, it shouldn't take this long. I mean, the DMV has over, I think the last number for over 250,000, maybe more.
Yeah.
I mean, when they calculate Caribbean nationals, Africans, two generations, I mean, it's a no-brainer. But hey,
Yeah,
who
in
am I?
due time, man. I see them making some changes and I like it. They're making
Yeah.
some change and I won't be surprised if it's more, DJs that's from, our market that gets onto the radio station because like I'm really opening their eyes. Like, I'm not just on the radio. Hey, I'm on the radio. I'm on
Yeah,
the radio, but I'm doing my own thing. And it's like
they do different things.
they
Yeah.
realizing what's going on in the market. And, shout out to the staple events that come out to even make them pay attention a little bit more for a hooky DC to come with my radio station and advertise with the radio. They're like, why are they spending money with us? Like, and then they'll see like videos of hooky DC. And the other day Mike had a concert, Afro Plus concert, RFK Stadium sold out. And I know like the radio station is looking like, wow, the people is here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they definitely got an eye on it, and I'm glad to be a part of helping shed light.
Yeah, man. But you're doing the right thing. You wouldn't probably say, but I'll say, man, WYS need to step up and get more involved. I know they are, but they need to get more involved in the Caribbean African community, which they have. I've seen you at Hooky this year, man. Epic. That was nice. Yeah, Hooky was nice this year, man.
I love Hooky. Big up to Hooky.
Big up to the whole team, man.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. I want to talk about Prince Royal.
Yeah.
You and Prince Royal been friends for a long time. I interviewed him right here on the podcast. I've known Prince Royal for a long time. He talked very highly of you.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah, man. He talked very highly of you, man. And he told me something, but I should say told us, because this was on the platform, that he did something to him that he's pretty much sure that no one else would have done in the entertainment scene. And I'm going to let you elaborate on your relationship with Prince Royal and how you decided to make that phone call to him to invite him to one of the biggest platforms for you at that time. How the whole thing came about.
Big up to Prince Royal. When it comes to my circle of friends, it's very, very small.
Yeah.
I can name out, some vital people. You have the Hyper Rich, you have Dutch, you have Andre Crossfire, you have DJ Benzi, Dapper. These are young kids that DJs coming up. Fire Shane, DJ Flitters, Renna Stone, Prince Royal are like my mentors. We have a group chat together, and if you take the phone right now and look in the group chat, it's nothing but inspiration. It's just us encouraging each other. There will be times that Renna Stone will wake up and say, hey, anybody available for this booking? Or Prince will be like, yo, may I have a gig over here? Do y'all need it? Who needs this? Whatever the case may be. Having clean-hearted friends in your circle is so important, because you don't want to progress in life. Prince will always make this speech. Some people want you to do good, but not better than them. And Prince is a man that would take a back seat and say, you know what, Ricky, go on, do your thing. And Renna Stone is the same way. I got called up to do Freedom Street.
Yes.
Freedom Street, by far biggest platform. And I felt great that I was representing the DMV.
Yes.
But I acknowledge the fact that if I can, I will. And that's my motto. Like, it's not a situation where I can and I won't. If
Yes.
I can, I will. I felt a level of respect from the Down Sound team
Yeah.
that put on the event Freedom Street, and I told them, look, I need to have somebody with me to represent the DMV, and I chose Prince Royal. Prince Royal is he's very humble when it comes to
Very
this
humble.
music thing. Very, very, very humble, very easygoing, and it's
Yeah.
not an ego thing. So the idea was for him to play the music and I talk on him. And then in the midst of that, I will just go play the music and he'll talk so he can get some shine too. That's that night. We realized that the stage was a 360 stage in the middle.
Yeah.
So I said, well, it would be a good idea if we get another mixer. So I invited DJ Entourage.
Okay.
Remember, that's why I said I felt like I had enough respect for them to say, you know what, anything Ricky say you want to do, make him do it.
Right.
And I
Right.
invited DJ Entourage to mix, and I made it happen. And I'm just glad that I was able to make it happen. We have a lot of events in Jamaica that we went to, and we showcased our talent to represent the DMV, because although I'm wearing this hat and representing, you know what I'm saying, is a nice, cute hat, I just want the people to know that the talent is in the DMV too. And I'm not the only one in the DMV that's talented. You have a lot of talented DJs in the DMV. And I just wanted to show the world that side, not say, hey, he's Ricky Platinum, I'm at Freedom Street. Oh, by the way, we have another youth named Prince Roy. No, I wanted them to see it for themselves.
Right.
So,
Right.
So that's how that came about for Freedom Street.
Nice, man. Kudos to you, man. Because real talk, when Prince told me the story, because I asked him, like, you know, how the whole thing came about, and he told me the backstory, and yeah, I was moved, man, because like you said, you know, man, this entertainment space is a lot of egos, and some man opportunity like that, take it for themselves, yeah, look at me, man, and you know how it go. But
Yeah,
I was very mature and I know the words to use, man. I just want to say, me personally, I just want to say I appreciate what you did.
yeah, man. I think everybody should live like that. You know, everybody should live like that. The world would be a better place if everybody would just, you know, help everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Vybzkartel, man. What was it like meeting Vybzkartel for the first time?
Man, shout out to Artwell. Artwell had a birthday bash in Jamaica. It was a private event, and I had no idea that Cartel was going to be there. Stunner Boom, he's from the DMV. He said, Ricky, we got to go see Cartel. Cartel want to meet you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whoa, hold on. So DJ, his manager, was like, you know, wait, eat fresh out of prison, and everybody is rushing. And he's like, I don't think he wants to talk to anybody right now. You know, just relax real quick. I stood up in a way that he could see me. The man looked and said, Ricky. I was like, whoa. And at the same time, you know, I had my dog with me. I had Prince with me. And I said, Prince one, you know what I'm saying? So I was speaking to him. I said, yo, you know, trying to introduce myself, because my first time seeing him in real life. I said, yo, this Ricky Platinum. You know what I'm saying? Him said, go and let me know him and listen to you. I was shocked.
Right.
I was like, yo, can we get a picture? And then Prince was like, you want me to record it? I was like, yeah, record it.
Right.
But mind you, I asked for a picture. I was like, damn, a video would be more better.
Yeah.
And Cartel was like, this is Vybzkartel, aka Adidja Palmer. This is Ricky Platinum, aka Ricky Palmer.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, whoa, he knows that much about me?
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, he is not like he don't know. He knows. Like, some people think he don't pay attention. He pays attention. I did not say, hey, my name is Ricky Palmer. He knew. Like, oh, Ricky Palmer. You know what I'm saying? And we just ran with this whole gimmicks. Like, that's my cousin. Hey, cousin. So everywhere we go, we be like, Wagwan cousin. That's how we, greet each other.
Yeah. That's that whole, you mentioned the tape thing. That didn't come about. You know, he came up with that tape. That was that part, or that came out.
No. He been had that. He been had that. Yeah. He's a man full of style, man. He been at that style.
Yeah. All right. So Freedom Street, talk about that a little bit. So when you step on that stage, man, first time, at that time, I believe it was the biggest audience or the biggest stage you've been on.
Yeah. I remember DJing at the stadium. I did BZR weekend. Shout out to Ryan. I did BZR weekend with Chris Brown at the stadium.
Okay.
So I did that. But that was just kind of a different energy compared to the Cartel.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 13 years in prison, and he's back and everybody wants to see him. So the anticipation, the amount of eyes that was on us that night was just, it was just a good feeling to know that we was actually up there. Like, and I'm a man. I made sure like they gave me tickets to bring who I wanted to bring, and I'm a businessman, and I didn't bring no girl. I brought my camera guys and the picture guys, and I'm like, listen, we're going to go here to work and get content, and that's what
Yeah.
we did. And
Wow.
we
Listen, you seem to be a very disciplined youth, because like you say, you get a ticket. I'm not gonna easily say, oh, X, Y, Z, blah, blah.
Bro, I'm different. I would get tickets to the biggest concerts after I take care of my video, man. I'm a type of person. I'll be spontaneous and
Yeah.
I'll go to random people outside and be like, "Hey, where you sitting?" They be like, "Oh, we're all the way in the back of the top."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some VIP tickets, and I feel good knowing that I can make somebody feel like, "Dang, did this just happen?" Because I wouldn't want that to happen to me. So I get a kick out of like making people feel excited and happy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, touring. I saw you in I believe it was in Canada as well with Vybz Kartel. Was it Drake I saw on the stage with you as well?
It was Drizzy J, and that night was funny because it was Drizzy J's
Yeah.
concert. He was there the first night, and I'm like, "Yo, this about to be my moment." Drake is gonna be on the stage. I'm on the stage. Taylor's on the stage. Ain't no way Drake not gonna acknowledge me. Like it wasn't like we didn't rehearse. We didn't rehearse. Like Cartel is just so punctual, and he's just so good at his craft that
Right.
everything just seemed like it was planned. And we didn't know, like meaning Cartel management, we didn't know where Drake was, how Drake was gonna appear or nothing like that. And it broke my heart when they said Drake is in the building, and
Yeah.
I look up and I'm like, where is he? And I'm like, you gotta come on stage. And he was actually in the crowd. He had a stage in the crowd, like all the way at the top. And they put the cameras on, and I'm like, dang, this man is all the way up there. There's no way he's gonna come on the stage. So I'm up there, still doing my job, hyping up the crowd for Cartel, and I'm like, damn. And then I just felt that energy, and I looked to my left, and I seen Drake, and he came over to me. He's like, bro, you bad, bro. I've been here. He was like, bro, I've been here from the early, and I was listening to you, DJ dog. You nice. I'm like, bro, he's talking to me like that. I felt good. I just felt good knowing that he acknowledged it. And then we went on the stage with Cartel, and we was performing the last song. And I don't never want to be the extra guy. I don't want to be in the way when I don't have to be in the way. And when he embraced me and say, "Yo, come on, we all going out here," and he hugged me up and said, "Yo, let's go." And then Cartel was singing his song, and we and him were just having a conversation. He's like, "Bro, look what Dancehall did. Is 3 nights sold out, man." I was like, "Bro, we did it. Like, look at this. Like, this is amazing." He's like, "Yo, this is a dream come true." Like right there and then, it was like I know he would never ever forget who Ricky Platinum is. Like when he see me again, like when after the show,
Yeah.
he was leaving and it was about to walk past, and he saw me and he just came back and held me up and said, "Big up yourself," and
Yeah.
kept it pushing. Right now, I'm trying to see how can I top that.
Hey, listen, man. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming, man. It's coming. It's coming. I would say Michael Jackson, but he's gone. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows, man? The White House. I don't know. You never know. All right. Who would you say is your Mount Rushmore of artists? And that could be dancehall, could be hip hop, could be You're also big in the soca space too. I didn't touch that yet, but
You're saying who's my favorites?
Well, before we answer that question, I want to piggyback on when I mentioned the soca thing. Dancehall art DJs, and the reason why I'm saying dancehall DJs, I could say DJs, but I'll say dancehall DJs because I'm being very specific. That really has a space in the soca arena. And what I mean by that is, quote me if I'm wrong, but I think you're probably the first. I wouldn't say the only because it's still going on, but I would say you're probably the first dancehall DJ that I know of that has DJed on Uber Soca Cruise. Am I correct?
I think DJ Cool Blaze.
Cool Blaze.
No, not Cool. I think it's Cool Blaze. Yeah, Cool Blaze.
Okay. Well, I stand to be corrected. But that being said, once again, Stink and Dirty.
Yeah.
You're back. Very few. Like I'm thinking, very few dancehall DJs that I know could, had entered that space and really have been accepted as like. They don't really look at you as a dancehall DJ. Look at you as an entertainer.
The promoters is mostly the people that come and witness the energy and the vibes. There will be an event and it's always after I get off of a stage, they'll be like, "Hey, we need him." Like, Stinking Dirty. They had their DJ cast already this past carnival, and they was at I forgot which event, but I forgot which event it was. Oh, it was I forgot which event it was.
In Brooklyn?
No, it was in Miami.
Okay.
It was the day before Stinking Dirty. So the promoter was there, and said, "Big up Stinking Dirty," and I'm like, "Hey, big up Stinking Dirty." I'm like, "Them that book me."
Yeah.
It's just being playing gimmicks now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, "Oh, because I thought I can play soca," and I started rinsing out soca. And the way I was playing the soca, they man like, "Yo, you bad, like we
Yeah.
need you at Stinking Dirty tomorrow." I said, "But y'all got your DJs already." They said, "We don't care." They said, "We don't care. We need you at Stinking Dirty." No, they taking a trip to Africa. They want to bring me to
Yeah.
the soca space. You have to really love music to be accepted there. You cannot say, "Hey, I got the top songs," and feel
Yeah.
like it's gonna work. You're gonna have to really study it and love it and enjoy it yourself. I did this. This is like a story on top of story on top of story, but it all makes sense. I got shout out to Igloo. That's Dream Weekend Igloo. There was a part of a band in Miami Carnival.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Miami Carnival, they had a band called Mascots. So they was involved. They wanted somebody to represent their brand. I'm like, "Yo, we need Ricky, because Ricky could play the soca, mix it with the dancehall, and it'll be nice."
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this story is gonna be remarkable. A lot of people don't know the story.
Exclusive?
Ah,
All right.
This is exclusive. Nobody don't know the full story to this.
All right, nice.
Mascot had influence from Igloo, which was Dream Weekend, and also influence from Yuma, from Trinidad. So what happened is, day is going good, sound system is playing good, everything is all right, but it was raining. When we was about to cross the stage, the generator cut off.
Man.
The generator cut off, and we was right about to cross the stage. Right behind us was the biggest band for Miami Carnival. I think like K-Paya.
Yeah.
I think was with Sinister and them. They said, "Listen,
Yeah.
we know y'all worked so hard. The generator cut off because the rain was, in the generator, and the power cut off.
Yeah.
We will cross the stage, and then we will leave a sound truck for you all to cross the stage." And the Mascots, they was not having it. They was like, "No, go ahead." Trucks passing. Something said, "Ricky, stay on that damn truck."
Yeah.
Like, we had other DJs that was on the truck. They left and they went to go play on their other trucks, and
So they're
nowhere.
pretty much.
Huh?
So they abandoned the truck pretty much.
No, I'm not gonna say abandon the truck, because some of them had prior engagement. When we crossed the stage, that's it.
Yeah.
So they had to go and tend to their truck.
Okay,
So I'm in the truck, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, "Dang, this is messed up." But I just had a feeling like something is gonna happen, and I seen the lights on the DJ booth. I said, "Oh, snaps, give me the mic." The
Yeah.
engineer was like, "What are you talking about? The sound?" I said, "Give me the mic." And I talked on the mic. I said, "Mascots." And when they realized it was the truck,
Yeah.
remember, keep in mind, people paid for their costume.
Yeah.
They pissed. They thinking about the long paragraph they're gonna write to Team Soca on Instagram to say how funny it was.
Yeah.
I use that situation right there and turn it into a positive. And I told the people, I said, "Listen, Mascot, we had an opportunity to leave each other and go cross with another band, and you chose to stick with us. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for believing. Let's cross the stage."
Yeah.
When we crossed the stage, when we said it was party, when the joy on the people's face was like, wow. I think they had more fun after we crossed the stage than when we was on the road. And what's remarkable, what happened is, Yuma director Sean was like, "Listen, what you did was remarkable, and I love your energy.
Yeah.
Have you been to Trinidad Carnival?" I said, "No." They said, "We're bringing you to Trinidad Carnival." They said, "Normally we don't do this, but we're gonna fly you, we're gonna put you up, we're gonna pay you, we're gonna make sure that you're good. You're coming to Trinidad Carnival." I did Trinidad Carnival with Yuma 2 years.
Wow.
And then I did Jamaica Carnival, and then I remember in the midst of my time in December in Jamaica, I had to leave and go to Saints for their carnival. And I'm like, I'm a carnival DJ. Like, they want me for carnival. And I think to myself, like, really, why they want me to,
Right.
why me? And it's like, I understand it now. I understand that the energy that I give off, and you have to use it to your advantage that you're Jamaican playing soca. Use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Use it to your advantage that it's kind of like, we call it craft. Me, I'm using craft like when I put it in their head, yeah, I'm Jamaican, I love dancehall music. But when I play the newest soca song on dub, they're like, whoa, how do you know about that?
Right.
This. So it's like it's a combination of just craft, loving it, and studying it. Like a lot of DJs can't say they go to Costa Rica. I've been to Costa Rica playing in front of people that can't even speak English, just straight Spanish. And I'm playing music. And what I did is study before I went there. When I went there, I play my dancehall and all that stuff. But I'm like, yo, Costa Rica, you want me to mash it up? And then I'll play their music and they be like, whoa. And then I go back to my music. You just gotta love it.
Yeah,
Once you
man.
love it and you could put your touch onto it, it ain't no stopping. Big up to the soca market for accepting me. Uber soca, I'm gonna be back next year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this year, some things happen, not on their part, but timing and things.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, well said, man. All right, so I'm gonna piggyback a little bit. So I'd ask you, what's your Mount Rushmore? Let's do dance. So what's your Mount Rushmore of dancehall artists?
How much did that? 5?
I think it's
Or
4.
4?
Yeah.
Dancehall.
To be fair, let's do top 5. Let's do 5. Your 5 personal favorites.
Dancehall, of course, Beanie, Bunty, of course, Vybzkartel, Movado.
Okay.
And a young artist called Armani.
Okay.
Yeah.
The young artist. So you put Armani with them legends.
I put him with them legends because he's a legend in the making.
Okay.
Like I could see him being one of those artists that years away from now he's gonna be still in his prime. Like I can see it because he loves it. You could tell when somebody loves music.
Yeah,
you could tell when somebody loves music.
Okay, all right, man. I'll hold it to that, man. But that's a nice pick. That's a nice pick. All right, so let's see. So this part of the podcast is called 2,000 Questions About Me. I'm not going to ask you 2,000 questions, obviously. So I'm going to ask you pick a number from 1 to 2,000. And the number that you pick is going to be the question that's going to be asked out of this book. So give me a number from 1 to 2,000.
23.
23. Right? Let's see. 123. Could you ever be a medical guinea pig? Oh, could you ever be a medical guinea pig?
No way.
Yeah, no, sir.
Oh, no.
I'm not really a big fan of that question, so I'm going to offer you a bonus opportunity to pick another number.
You could do 1,023. 1,023.
1,023. All right, 123. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Have you ever been wheelbarrow racing? Have you ever been wheelbarrow racing?
Never.
Man, I'll give you one more shot.
Question number 10.
10. Let me see number 10. All right. 10. Here you go. What is the quality you most like in a woman?
Understand.
What quality you most like in a woman?
Understanding. She has to have understanding.
Now, I typically don't go into the people personals. That's one thing that kind of pride myself for, and I don't really get into, back another thing. But I want to ask you, being so committed to music, because music, I myself, it's in the music space. Some people kind of related to like your other woman because it takes up so much of your time. Have you had that issue? Because you seem to be very committed and disciplined in the music space.
And that's why I said my favorite quality in a woman is understanding. If you could understand that before I fell in love with you or fall in love with you, I was in love with music. If you could understand that in a sense, then you're good in my book. Like this is hard because music would never cheat on you. And music is always faithful. And when I say music is always faithful, if you find a song that's unfaithful, you just find a song that's faithful. And the next thing is music never dies. Music never dies. So you can have 1,000 songs in the world come out, but there's 3 Bob Marleys in the world that even though those songs came out, people still is going to love them and remember them. Music can never die. I'm committed to music because I feel like that's my calling, that's my passion. I feel like God said, Ricky, I'm gonna make you. This is what I ultimately think. I think that God is saying, Ricky, I'm gonna be a huge following, and you're gonna be a testimony to bring people to me. I think it's gonna be a full circle moment because I can't say I'm Mr. Goody Two Shoes, but I have no ill will in my heart. But it's like I just feel like it's gonna be a full circle moment where I'm gonna influence people because daily I talk about God. Daily, I mention him, and this is the reason why I'm doing it, and this is the reason why I have accomplished so much. So I just feel like that's the ultimate goal right there.
Wow. Well
Yeah.
said, man.
Yeah, man.
Usually at this point, man, I usually open up the floor. Anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
I just want the people that I just had an anniversary this past Friday.
Yeah.
And I was celebrating 17 years in the business.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much. I just want the people to understand everything that I'm doing is not for hype. Understand everything that I'm doing is to help others, because every opportunity that I get, I know at least 5 or 10 other people is getting help from it. They're being exposed to other clientele. Like when I used to do my Tipsy Wednesdays, when I do my weekly events and I go home with $20, I still be happy because I know that at Tipsy Wednesday, I brought a special guest DJ, and that special guest DJ that wants to be a DJ feels motivated and inspired to keep going, because that opportunity, a lot of people look to me and say, you're my inspiration. Oh, you gave me an opportunity. The opportunities that I wanted as a young DJ, I'm giving it to other DJs only if you want it, because there's a lot of people, I can give them an opportunity. If you don't make use of it, you know what I'm saying? I like people that have ambition, and really loves the music. And I just want everybody I would encourage everybody to just be kind to one another. Like you don't know when, how somebody's gonna leave. You just leave the everlasting impression of you being a kind person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I want everybody to remember me as a kind person, a person that helps people and give people an opportunity, because I made my name already. Nobody can erase what I've done already. I do so much. I've done so much that I feel like at this time of my life, I barely even DJ at my own parties, because I feel like I just want other people to, at least travel on the path that I'm on and elevate and go past me. You know what I'm saying? I just want people and DJs to learn the blueprint is right there on Instagram, right there on SoundCloud. I don't like when DJs be like, Ricky, I want to be a DJ. What's your advice? Boy, if you don't look and see what I'm doing and realize that all you got to do is this, that means you're really not even studying it. Just like for the music, was them, the strive and patience is the key. The time will come. Your time will come. I thought my time would never come, but I never stopped.
Never stop.
Never stops. Big up the world DMV. You know it, though.
For sure. All right, Ricky, man. Well, give thanks, man. I definitely want to take once again the opportunity to really congratulate you on all the success, all your hard work.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, we based here in the DMV, myself. And it's really a joy to see someone who really stuck with their talents and really doing what they want to do. Very motivating, very inspiring. Much love and much success moving forward.
Yeah, man. Respect.
All right. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Platinum.
And that's a wrap on another episode of AlonzoBash Podcast. If you're loving the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Your reviews mean the world to us, so take a moment to leave one if you can. It really helps us grow and reach more awesome listeners like you. Speaking of awesome, share this podcast with your friends and family. Now here's a little treat for you. Use the code BASH for 10% off your next purchase from any of our amazing sponsors. You can find their details in our episode descriptions. Until next time, as Alonzo would say, stay focused on your goals and dreams. See you on the next episode.
I thought I told you that the comet is coming.
Say so much, sus. I drew up this. They really be a body. Come like weed here, the Colombia them though. Slice up to the time. Hey, little lady. The teacher. Yo. All in a prison, me I make millions. Me a talk about US dollar. How about a big song, watch it fever. It's a gold and it's a silver. To the prison grill, to the prison window. With me finger, let me start with the timber. Forget a dick in your city, that a couple milli. US dollars and it cannot fit in your billy. The DJ them will never want people see me. Don't never want to judge you freely. But from a touch the microphone, you get if you can see me. Oh no career cut short like Nicki Minnie. You're even gritty like my daughter. Come here pretty pretty. How the original, the rest of them are in me. Prison did that, but out I run it heat worse. Me have me one opinion, I no need yours. The internet a cost me about, oh, me fi feature. Some of them are sassy, them and some are set a t-shirt. Let go me t-shirt. Remember say I one burn a me turn. When me fi do, let go her and keep her. Yeah, controversy start from the teacher return. Told you that the climate is stunning. 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 Told you, ready? All in a prison, me I make millions, me a top about US dollar. How about a big sound, watch it fever? It's a the gold and it's a the silver. To the prison grill, to the prison window. With me finger, then me hard with the timber. Forget a the in your city, that a couple milli. US dollars and it cannot fit in your billy. The DJ them will never want people see me. Don't never want to judge you freely. But from a touch the microphone, you get if you can see me. Oh no career cut short like Nicki Minnie. You're even gritty like my daughter. Come here pretty pretty. How the original, the rest of them are in me. Told you that the climate is stunning.